Okay, so we're cutting some rebar. They're 20s. I'm making 5s. It's not as easy as it looks. I've got this marked here. That's 5 foot. Flush them up. Should look cool. It's dark now. So, and just be careful, don't touch the ends, they're hot. I had 25 that I'm cutting into 5 footers. They were 20 footers, so I have 100 pieces to cut. So we're getting there, but wonder what this is for. And so this is kind of cool. I had to bust into this for a little bit here, but I wired up this 20 amp plug directly to my inverter output here. So I got the one line. This orange coated line is buried 18 inches. And I made a 30 amp plug for the motorhome over there to plug into. So this, look, I got a little work outlet. So I'm going to put one in here because I always get a chuckle that in my power room here I have no power. But so we're going to cut here with this, with the full load of the inverter. Hoorah! Well, coolio, we still got a little daylight, and that's 105 footers. I'll be using them as additional posts in between all my posts. A little tool cleanup still to do, but check it out. Batteries are doing pretty good. I did all that on the solar. You know, we got just a little bitsy coming in right now. Base voltage is 24 volts, so we're looking nice and topped off for the evening. Looks like I can watch TV and charge the cell phone tonight. All right, another thing off the to-do list. Well, tomorrow I'll get a little fast motion of me pounding a couple of these in, but for the most part, it's just going to be pounding them in between my fence posts, so yay! All right, peace out. We're going to fast forward to tomorrow in 3, 2, 1. And whammo, just like that, it's tomorrow. It's like I turned off the camera and put back on the camera, but it appears instantly on the video. It's truly some magic times. But this is what we're doing here today. Let me flip us around and show you. Oh. And this is the fence I installed a couple of years ago. It's typical, just welded wire. It wasn't like, you know, I mean, they're all pretty much same price. This was easier to manage. It was 100-foot rolls. I was doing it by myself. There's other fence I could have chosen for this height, but this is what I chose. And so what I'm having is I put my T-posts, these green jammers. I set them at 10 feet. That's pretty wobbly. You got a lot of play under there. My wily dog manages under there. And I also installed 2 12-foot gates. I leveled them to the ground, not to the eye height level. So you can see they ain't level up here, but they hug the ground real nice, which was my concern. But so what's going on is they don't home out. So I bought stakes that we're gonna put in there, because see, at the home position, I did pretty good. I set those posts with a tape measure. So that's pretty good, you know, but you can't get the chain tight enough. This thing's, they already bend from pressure. So, what I'm gonna do is work this rebar, 5 footers we were cutting, at the middle of each of these posts. And look, I tried rocks. This dog looks over, he laughs at me as he's moving the rocks. So, another 100 posts on the fence line. This should be fun day. All right, y'all. Still that snow out there. I mean, gosh, you know, I mean, having to do all this work, just whatever. Look, take a look around. Yep, I reckon. So, see how this goes. And this is the plan. I've weaved it through the fence, and I'm gonna hammer it in this distance flush. So I cut them for 5 foot. This is a 4 foot fence. First, put it in the ground. The T-posts, the green ones, are in 2 feet. The wood posts are 8 foot posts that I buried 4 feet. So I'm not adding necessarily structurability, but I am adding structure in that I'm trying to tighten the actual fence. I'm not, whatever, words, things. So let's see how this works. And well, this is a weird edit. I'm gonna figure out where to put it in the video. And this is a bit of a sad note, but this is the end of an era. I bought this mini sledge in 2008. 2008. This thing has been all over the world, literally pounding pins for some of your favorite concerts in stadiums. I've been having a lot of issues with it, and the last time I worked with it, installing them grommets, the head slid off and went just far enough to hit my thumb instead of my target. So he will get a proper head up burial here with the original first sidewalk scraper that started the whole jam, and meet the replacement. Chanel lock. It's a girl. Oh. All right. Well, anyway, back to the fun video work stuff. Well, it's going pretty good. It actually looks pretty cool too, you know. It looks like I got an additional post, and it's really taking a lot of tension. I mean, it looks wobbly, but you know, once these rebar holes, you know, maybe I go through and tuck them in some, but as they get weathered, that's just gonna add to the rigidity of it. So 8 down, about 50 more on this side, and around and around and around and around she goes. Fortunately, my neighbors had 265 feet there already installed, and their fence is pretty solid, so I don't have to do this there. So in total, this is where am I at? It's like 1160 around. 1160 is about where I am sitting with gates, and minus that side. So got 8 of them in. Woo! All right, and this is the 100-foot mark, and remember I said we had 100-foot rolls. So I basically just overlapped 1 square's worth, and they had spare wire, and you go and you twist it around. But so that's where I put the rebar. Now, yeah, it's not center post, and you know, some of them may or may not be center post, but that's going to have more structurability because it's going right to it. So look at that design change. Not a design change, just, you know, that's how it goes here. As you're doing something, you pick up on something, and you know, and it's good because every little thing that you learn is a stupid piece of information that we got to erase from our little monkey brains. And well, right back where we started, except now there's rebar, and I ain't gonna bore you all and walk around in a circle, but we did 107 of them. I was 7 short, and I had sillily enough, I had 7 6-footers laying around, which is a little taller. So those ones on the end way down there, they're a little taller. They didn't feel like going in 2 feet. That's quite all right. And I also installed these jammers on the gate. Axel's bummed. He hears it. He knows his time is done. So that's what I was talking about. Now the gates are home. So, all in all, productive couple of days with this project. I'm hoping to be able to keep Axel freely roaming the property while staying on the property. And look at that, another beautiful sunset. You hear him? He's locked in his thing right now because he'd bail on me while I was messing with the gate. Alrighty, sayonara, have fun.